Everybody, welcome back. This is the Night Coder, and today I'm here again to solve a new problem. And the problem today which we're going to be solving is reversing a number. So, without any further delay, let's get into the video. Again, as usual, before we actually begin to code, we will do our brainstorming session and get to know a little bit more about our problem and what do we need to and how do we approach the solution and how do we solve it. So let's go. First, we'll start with what do we want. Well, we want our program to take input as a number. Either it is hard coded or custom user inputted. It doesn't matter. It's completely your choice. But I will suggest to take a user input as it will help you get in flow with the language, and it will get you more comfortable with the syntax of the language specifically of Java. And we want to program basically we want to program take the input as a number and provide the reverse of it. So for example, if we give a number like 1 2 3 4, the reverse 4 3 2 1, it should give it back. So that's the aim of our program. Now, what are the inputs and how are we going to actually do it? So first we'll be needing an integer. Again, as I mentioned before, it can be user inputted or hard coded. That's completely your choice. Next, a live variable, or in this case we will call it the reverse variable. I mean, that's a custom name according to the program which we have given, but you can change it according to the program like in the last problem of counting the digits, we kept it the count to variable, or in factorial we kept it named as fact or factorial. It's completely your choice. Basically, a live variable which will keep overall track of all the iterations or loops happening around, and any relation with it which can be used for further calculations to give the output of our program. Next, we will be using a while loop. Again, in this we will be using a while loop and not a for loop, is because same case as before in counting digits, we still don't know how we still don't know what's the length of the number. It can be a 4 digit number to a 6 figure number. We have no idea. So as in advance we don't know how many iterations are going to happen in the program. So we use a while loop which can help us identify. I'm sorry. I mean, which can help us uh, which can help us solve our problem more efficiently and effectively, and it's more effective in these cases. The next here there'll be one more variable, the separator variable. Well, in this in this problem specifically, we'll need a separator variable. I will get to know I will You'll get to know more about this variable as we move along to know about the logic of this program. Okay, so now let's go on. So now moving on. Yeah, so before we actually get into the logic and the flow of the program, basically how the program is going and flowing, before that, there'll be a new concept. So the new concept is this symbol. So this seems like a percentage sign. Of course, I mean this is a percentage sign, but in context of programming, it is nowhere related to percentage, not at all, not even a single bit. So yeah, so people who might have programming background will know this symbol. It is known as modulo, or also known as simply remainder operator. So what this operator actually does? So this operator actually gives the output as a remainder of a specific division of as the output. So I'll just show this here. For example, here if I go, um, yep, okay. So for example, 12 modulo 10. That's the question. 12. So 12 modulo 10 will be 10 outside, and we are going to divide by 12 here. So that's going to be happen if this is the question. 12 modulo So that's going to be 1 and 10, and this is going to be 2. So this is your output for this 12 modulo 10. I will tell you, please be careful of this operator, because actually I have a really funny story related to this. So during my time of during my initial days of coding, when I was in my university, I was learning programming. So our professor, she was speaking about this operator, but I didn't pay attention to her. So and she also taught us this example 12 modulo 10, where the answer was 2. So I thought this operator used to just give the last digit of the specific number, but actually it gave the remainder. So yes, so the next day when we had a pop quiz on this, and I actually got an E on it. It was 4 out of 10, 40%, because I really messed up that definition and I didn't know that. So that's why I really had a low score in that. So that's why I'll say be careful of that. I have personal experience of this, of messing up with this operator. That's why. And I'll show you one more example. So let's say let's say 64 percentage 8. So 64 modulo 8. That's going to be 0, because if we do 8 and 64, that's completely divisible, that's going to be 0. So as soon like that, that's how the remainder operator operates. So now let's get into the actual logic of the program. So the logic, so here it is. So here first our n basically the integer which we have inputted, that is 1 2 3 4. Then reversed, the live variable, it is initialized as 0, the first value, which is 0. Now here we start with our iteration. So our iteration will have a while loop and a specific condition, which I will show it when I get into IDE and start coding. So in the first iteration, here we'll have the digit, which I said a separator variable, which I mentioned. So here I'm naming it as digit. You can name it separator or anything of your choice. So here, for example, we have used n percentage 10, basically n modulo 10. So which is 1 2 3 4 over 10. Then that is 4. Then we used reversed, and here we have used the equation in such a way that it gives us the answer which we require for getting the reverse of a specific number. And as we go along the iteration, you will get to know the pattern of it. So here the equation is reversed, which is reversed times 10 plus digit. So reversed, which is 0, then times 10 plus 4, and that's 4. And then here again n, and again we will update the value of n, because now as we have already got our first digit, so we will remove that, and we'll move on to other digits. So that will be n. So we'll try to decrease one digit, and the best way is by dividing it by 10. That is that is here. So which is 123.4. But as it's an integer data type, the float variable, after the decimal point, the number will be removed, and the answer will be 123. So the new value of n is 123. And now moving to iteration 2, the n value is updated to 123, and the reversed is 4. So for example, here as the reverse value is 4, so that will be used here. And now again digit, here again we'll use the same procedure. Here 123 by 10, that's 3. I'm sorry, 123 modulo 10, that's 3. And we input in the equation, we get 43. As you can see here, the pattern is working. 4 times 10 plus we're getting 43. And then we'll again remove that number, it will be 12. And then again the new value 12, 43, and here again 2 and then again we do use the equation, and here we're getting 432. So you can see the pattern is working. So we get the pattern and the equation which is working last, and here the answer is 1. And now this is the last iteration, so n value is 1, and then 1 modulo 10, as I told the shortcut. So if a single digit modulo 10, that will always be that specific digit 1. So now, and again we will do the same, again we'll apply the same same procedure, and here we get 4321. You can see we already got our number, and as int, and again we try to decrease the number because we have followed that loop. That will be 0, but as the condition, as well in while condition, we'll put n is not equal to 0. So when this condition applies, then hence the loop will close and your output is printed. So that's how eventually your number will be reversed. So this will be the output, and now let's get this into reality and get into action and start writing our program. Here, so I will start writing a program. I'll create a new file. Let's name it rev.java, and yes, let's start public. I'll introduce my class. My main function. I'm hard coding for now for the beginning. For beginning, I'm just hard coding my value just to see if the program works. So int reverse. So my variable name will be 0 reverse, and I'll just name one more variable, which was the separator variable. 3 variables in total. So we have this. Yes, now we can start with our loop. While n is not equal to 0, because this condition should be true while n is not equal to 0, because as it reaches 0, that means our number is ended and we have got our reverse number, so we can stop the iteration and we can print our output. So here that will be a sign. So yeah, so n is not equal to 0, then our digit the separator variable will separate our digits. That will be n percentage modulo 10, and after that reverse, we'll keep it reverse times 10 plus digit. So this is what we have done, and lastly, again, just to decrease the number, we have to remove the number. That will be, so we'll update our value of n. That will be n get by 10. This will be like this, or we can also write it in short form like this. It can be written like this. Yes. And now here, suit and reverse. So here we are done. So this should work. Now if I do this, yes, we have got our number 4321. This is our number. Now to just improve this program, we can add a user like a user based input. So I'll do that also here. I'll just import scanner, no, import java.util, and here I'm done. So here we'll do that. here I'll do this. Yes, so scanner SC. Please, the input label, enter the number, and here n is equal to sc dot next. Int. Here we have done. So now I can wait a sec. I'll just run this. So it'll be, let's say, 45768. My lucky number. Yes, 86754. Yes. So this is it. So this is how it works. And if I try for negative cases, it'll work for negative numbers also. Negative 45768. Oops, 768. And we get minus 86754. So yes, it works. 86,754. And this is it. This is the program how we will do to print reverse, how to reverse a number. So this is it. And if you like the video, please throw a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to the channel. Thank you.